I've been involved in the Mora schools in a number of aspects, but mainly as a citizen, part of the public, and the public part of public education. I've been involved with the Mora schools with respect to my two grandsons. So we've gone to concerts and we've gone to conferences, and I also was involved as over at Trailview for a year. So I've been involved with the Mora schools. I've been involved with a group of citizens that have a different opinion about what is needed and what's not needed. And that's been very educational for me as well. So that's my experience with the Mora schools, and I think it's been fun. It's and I love going to the basketball games to see the jazz band play.
Mrs. Fluegge.
I've had children in the district now for 8 years, so I've had my share of functions, concerts and Christmas concerts, this and that. I've went to probably, I think I've missed one field trip with all 3 of my kids. So that's been a great experience, getting to go with them and hang out with their friends and see what, try to remember what kids really talk about and see sometimes and think back, did I really act like that when I was around my friends and my mom? Did I really talk like that? And it's been a different experience just watching them and getting to see all the great things they do inside the school. Especially now, going to the iPad thing, having to go to teachers and maybe ask questions and find out what, I don't get it, what's really happening, I don't get what happened here, and, them explaining it. So I've been trying to be involved in a positive way in their education as well, as much as I possibly can.
Mr. Woods.
Just like any of the parents out there that have kids in the school, the last 5 years are, one, they went like a flash, and two, focuses around school. The school is an everyday part of our lives. So other than having 2 kids in the school district, probably the biggest involvement has been the Mora Education Foundation again. But that's just been an exciting thing, being part of the Obeas projects, flipped classrooms, just the innovative ways that the teachers are trying to get the information out to the kids and get things to stick. The other things that I've done as part of the Mora Alliance Club, come in and handed out breakfast to kids before the tests, handed a candy or a little snack out before welcoming back from breaks. And basically I do that because right now, in this time of my life with the kids, it's all about the schools for us. This is where we need to be.
Mr. Jensen.
Okay, first, as a parent, 2 children in elementary school. I'm currently on the school board advisory since 2008. I sat on the Blue Ribbon Task Force on building meets several years ago. I also sat on, I believe it's called DINI, Students in Need of Improvement Task Force, as the parent rep on that. As chief deputy for the county, I sat with the superintendent and county engineer. As a law enforcement representative on Safe Route to Schools. I've also been involved in the SAC programs, initiatives since the inception. I'm currently employed part-time as a paraprofessional for the Special Education Department at Fairview, which gives me a unique perspective into the educational needs of our children. I work with a gal in a wheelchair in that building, and it's very, very not very, doesn't work so well sometimes. I also attended board meetings, and I apologize, I see your hand up, but I do need to disclose that my wife is a special education teacher for the school district, and I just want everybody to be aware of that. 31 years in law enforcement, and I understand confidentiality, and that won't be an issue. We practice that in our home all the time. So.
Mr. Engberg.
I returned to this community about 7 years ago after retiring, And I really didn't get involved with the school per se until a couple of years ago when the first school bond referendum issue came up. And I realized then that there was a lot of strong opinions one way or the other on the matter, and to the fact that it somewhat divided the community. And the issues involved here are quite complicated, technically regarding the buildings and the flow of traffic, the parking. They're all solvable, but what happens is that the community has to get involved and help work out these design issues, if you will, such as bus traffic flow, faculty, I guess parking and so forth. And I took a number of inspection trips of all of the school facilities, and I was very much impressed with the facilities on those tours.
Mrs. Bohachek.
How have I been involved in the Mora schools in the last 5 years? I've been living it every single day. I am highly visible in these schools, and each one of these schools, whether it's a board advisory council meeting here just today, it was from noon until 1. I didn't leave here until 2:30 because people had things to say to me and things to talk about. There's the parent-teacher organization presidency for 3 years, and then I volunteered prior to that with the Early Childhood Family Education Board. I think some of us are forgetting about how important early childhood education is to our littlest learners who are going into kindergarten. Yes, the field trips and all of the sporting events and Knowledge Bowl and you name it, if they ask me to help with it, I'm your gal.